Okay, welcome back to turn 12 of Blood on the Snow. In the last turn, we got this contact down here. There's a little American HQ team sat there shooting at these guys. So we're going to have a go at them. The BTR is going to briefly fill that area with 30mm air-bursting HE shells, which should sort them out. We'll see what JTMO does here, whether he trying to bring some extra firepower from the Humvees that I think he has here, whether he has more infantry, whether he's going to move this way. So he definitely knows I have a force here, probably knows these guys are here too. But we'll see. We are advancing towards this objective here, and some of these teams here are going to be taking a couple of risks as they move forward, because I want to get a move on. We'll see what happens to them. And then up here, in the last couple of turns, JTMO's mounted a kind of hit and run attack. We took out a Humvee with an RPG, but he'd also crawled a team up which 84'd one of the BTRs up here. So yeah, we'll have a look. We'll see what he does up here. I have a feeling I'd love for him to attack, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to pin me here. But we'll see. Yeah, nothing particularly. You know, we'll see how it rolls. I'm just going to press go. Oh, instant casualty, of course. Over on the left. And that looks like Mark 19 fire coming in, so yeah, probably a Humvee there. And some activity up here on this corner, that's interesting. And yep, infantry over there. We should be able to get eyes on that building and shoot it. Oh no, 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 they were crossing, awesome, yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. He's punching something down this way. That's cool, so this platoon can go firm in the woods. That's excellent, and we've spotted that. Striker again, but yeah. A striker, maybe 3, coming around there. Yes, there we go. So that's what he's doing. Okay, let's have a closer look at what we get down here. So, one of these guys gets killed instantly. By this guy, probably. And oh yeah, we watched that. Like we were talking about at the end of the last one, there's probably 3 guys here. I think there's 3. We know there's more than 2 because the icon is in between them, but it's back off a little bit. And if we watch, just as the 30mm fire comes in. Boom. So the icon moved. They tossed a smoke grenade, actually. That was interesting. The icon moved, so he definitely caused a casualty. While that's going on, okay, this is definitely Mark 19 fire. And if we think about a Humvee here, the Mark 19 is not tremendously accurate, so it makes sense for it to be hitting the ground on the way over. That's cool. That makes sense. And then we get these. So this could in fact be JTMO's like reserve platoon. So you know, American trunk companies are triangular. You have 3 companies made up of 3 platoons. And if we've got 1 up here, 1 on this objective, that leaves him one in reserve, and he might be punching them round this way. I say might, he probably definitely is. We got some GIs moving forward up here as well. It's been spotted by that BTR. Nothing special to say again about that guy. You know, M4 with ACOG, AT4. He's just an infantryman of some description. Interesting why he might have stopped there. Actually, I can hear some small arms fire here as well. We better check that out. I don't think he pops back up. But we could certainly area fire this area a little bit. You can see these sound contacts moving in. It's the Mark 19 fire. And yep, the casualty. We'll have a look at that in a second, that striker up there. Yeah, so this team is basically being completely rinsed. They're out of it. They're also... Oh no, the BTR's seen the striker. Ooh, in the last second to go. Please, let's kill that. Yeah, so this is a striker moving up. He's got the hatch open. And, oh, it's a HQ team. Bonus points. Let's see. Okay, so it's stationary. It's not clear if that Mark 19, if it's on a target arc, because obviously it's not facing forwards. Just turn the icons off for a second so we can see it better. Looks like the infantry are aiming this way, but if it was just moving forwards, like when I'm moving my BTRs around, I don't have them on target arcs. They're not specifically looking in a certain direction. So the weapons always face forwards. But with this striker, the Mark 19 is headed off this way. So it could be that as he's bringing his platoon around, he's given them a target arc to face off in this direction towards all my stuff that he probably thinks is here. So they have a faster reaction time. You know, the gunner is looking that way with his thermals. He's you know, has a faster reaction time to anything that pops up. So yeah, I don't like doing it because pixel trap and really stick to a target arc. Like if something is just outside the arc, then they're not going to engage it. They'll ignore it. So I prefer to have them with a little bit of flexibility on that score. You know, there's less scope for things to go wrong. You can get round it, but yeah. Interestingly, he's doing that. It's not dumb, obviously, but let's see. The BTR knows it's there. It's spotted it. It should engage it in the next turn. I don't see why it wouldn't. Let's turn the trees off, and yeah. So the Mark 19 is not looking this way. And it's also not moving. I mean, we only see it for a second, but in that time... Oh! I tell a lie, it is moving. It's coming this way. So yeah, you better shoot that in the next turn. Okay, let's check some of the other stuff. Because we heard some small arms, didn't we? You guys get shot at because you're out in the open. Now you're okay. Cool. So that's what we got going on that flank. That is pretty good. I can work with that, and we've gained intelligence. We've learnt more than we know more now than we knew at the back of the last turn, and that's always good. What are we going to do about it? Because, you know, a platoon of strikers coming around here, that could cause me quite a lot of problems. He could come up here, set a pull down on this slope, cover this road off. He'd get a fight if he did that. Or he could hook around here, where he would also get a fight. But he'd probably come out, more likely to come out on top. Alternatively, he could try and occupy this wood. And yeah. And from there, if he plots into here, he can see into my back line a little bit. So, yeah, that's an interesting a set of possibilities. What can I do about it? I have my reserve platoon. That's hanging around down here. I could rush them forward, plug the gap. Alternatively, well, it's probably worth moving this anyway. Something that he could be doing is moving that tow Humvee round here. You know, you can see down there. You'll be able to see down there with it. And that BTR is mostly there to cover the front of the village, like this area. It doesn't really need to be there anymore, so we'll shuffle that. Then we have this platoon. The question is going to be: do I hand off? Do I retain this platoon in reserve? Hand off scouting the South Crossroads to this platoon in the centre, and reorientate these guys to deal with this threat, which wouldn't be too difficult because, you know, they're in position almost. In which case, I've also got two options. Do I just hold this chunk of woods and let him take this chunk, or do I move them across, which they can do without too much trouble on this reverse slope, and contest these woods, which is also a fairly legit option. But it would take more time. And then in combination with the stuff up here, because we've got some AT-13 teams, which can see that down that way and hopefully engage any strikers. And I can reorientate, I can bring some BTRs round. At least two. Yeah. I can bring them round, pop them on the reverse slope here, and then cover off that angle so he can't come up here. So I'll have a bit of a think about that. Let's check what happens in the rest of the map. That's that cannon fire going through there. Yeah, these guys all seem okay. Nobody's getting shot at. And we've spotted that striker team. Cool. So you guys, or not striker team, but striker. Let's see if we can hit that with an RPG. We've also got plenty of mortars dropping around here right now. Yeah, so the centre, we're doing okay. That's not a problem. Not bad. Let's check over the right flank. So I swear I heard some small arms. Yes, I did. Yeah, he's opening up on that house like I thought he might. It's Mark 19 fire. And another mortar round. And there's that Humvee. So these guys are pinned down by all this fire. If we're lucky, he might move up and try and take them out. Oh, these guys are as well, are they? Why are you guys pinned? Oh, that's why. I think that's just an overshoot from a striker over here. Yeah, I think 2 Mark 19 strikers, one over here firing this way and one over here firing this way. So there was a little bit of overshoot that hit this building and pinned everybody inside it because they're pansies. But yeah, I don't feel threatened by this whatsoever. I don't consider that a problem. And then just one final, let's do one final overview, just so I can see some trends. Yeah, the only major difference we're getting here is this platoon moving down there. Which is good. Cool, let's whack some orders in there. You are going to destroy that striker before it destroys you. You can't see anything because you're crap. You're not in a position to take any orders. You guys. Well, he knows you're there, so let's pull you back. Yeah, let's crawl off into this corner. And orientate that way so we can see all of this. Okay, you need to move. Let's try and bring you up into the wood here. Cover off that corner. That's cool, that'll do, because we've got a reverse slope position. You guys. Part of me wants to try and concentrate on moving entire platoons around, not just like a couple of vehicles or a couple of infantry here and there. I want to kind of use them as whole units because they can't go one-to-one with the Americans. But yeah, this is going to take too long to move the entire platoon, so we're going to do it in stages. So we'll move one of these platoons over here first. Yeah, nothing drastic. They just need to get into the edge of the the edge of the wood for now. And these guys are spread out enough that I don't need to stagger the timings too much. Let's get those guys over there. And we'll get their BTR over there as well. Because one of the things I really learnt from one of the another game I played as the Russians, another multiplayer game, is they need the firepower from their vehicles. Just absolutely no question about that at all. They need that firepower. Their infantry can't stand up on its own. You can cover down there. That's good. And you need to come up here and get yourself hulled down. To there. Are we covered off on the flank from there? Yeah, good enough. That way we have two BTRs facing that way, and I don't know, we've got this one in reserve, I suppose. these guys, the PK platoon, squad, whatever. Let's get them up here, covering off this angle. They should from here actually be able to put some, well no they can't, but they can cover off, I was going to say can they put fire, yeah they can sort of put fire on here so they can support this squad if they need to. Get some of the PKs up there. Just for some extra firepower, just to deny the enemy the use of that flank. Our other PK squad. Let's get them up here. Behind this bit of hedge, where actually I'm not sure they'll be able to see anything, but because they'll be prone. You've got a bush directly in front of you. We'll keep that. I was doing the Gary Owen competition. I saw some pretty cheeky, sneaky behaviour involving hiding vehicles behind trees. Trees which would intercept incoming rounds. Yeah, it makes sense. So we'll just leave that one there. And are you the one that shot? Yes, you are, because you have less ammo. So let's take the other one. And let's shoot up that courtyard a little bit. Yep. Oh, RPG team, you need to engage that if you can. Yes, fire some RPGs at it. Make him nervous. Guys are kind of okay there for now. Mortars, I've got 2 mortars I'm not doing anything with. Pretty sure my mortars aren't actually achieving anything right now, to be honest. Might be worth just calling them off and then concentrating them. Yeah, let's do that. We're not doing this in an effective fashion. It's too dispersed, we're just going to smack this area up instead. Okay, let's shuffle you guys this way. And my other squad is up there. Okay. Reserve platoon. Should be okay for now. Let's point you all that way, just in case. You guys may as well stay there. I don't have a problem with that. You're okay. You're a bit knackered, but you're okay. You'll be fine. Yeah, we've still got the reverse slope rolling here. You guys. At least I don't want you to set up in the middle of the effing road, that'd be dumb. They'll be fine there, that AT-13 team. Okay, right. Things have kicked up a notch. This is good. This is interesting. That one's best off staying there, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Let's see if we can bag a striker in the next turn.